and universities, to be precise. There's acknowledgement that universities are complex and not all are viewed in the same positive framework. There's what I would call a non-linear relationship between government and university, because there's changes also when a political change is there. But universities' contributions are generally widely acknowledged and honoured within a very wide variety of parameters. The question was asked very succinctly: who is the right to license social inclusion? Very closely linked to the topic of today. This links a little bit more to the discussions that we've had in session 4. So we can regard universities as gateways to many avenues, to a future, to job creation, to enfranchisement, to disenfranchisement. There's a wide variety of regard to universities, usually required from a number one at a university, because that person is the most public face of an institution. But it does not take away from scrutiny of how ethically or publicly acceptable or positively the leadership components are, or the values of that leadership that is being positioned for someone to go forward. We have to legitimize our leadership. There must be a performance component linked to it. And again, that perception on how do we renew our social contract continuously through innovation, through the value that we show publicly, needs to be scrutinized. I am somewhat critical about the comments to equate a university to a government department or to link salaries to that of government. We have seen many better and less good examples of when countries run universities like government departments. And it is not a criticism. For some it works, but there's a modern governance system that is required. And even though we are critical of components of such a system, whatever it may be or wherever it may be, we have to think of the notion of a large complex organization, what the value addition of that organization is, and what the innovation is in governance that is required. Usually, and I say this with respect, when there's failure in government, that failure wants to find a scapegoat, and universities are the easiest, because you cannot see the direct impact of every dollar to every impact on the ground. Now, there's a new strategic plan. The network is 13 years old. We want to change for the future, and we want to be innovative and strategic. So within the context of this thematic area of today, I think we must be strong and be clear about our shared values as member universities, and also those that we engage in. I think we can think of even more bespoke programs to invest in, not only financially, but in terms of capacity and engagement, that we can upscale and improve. I would very much like to see a massive expansion of the ELAD type program that really brings that responsibility of academic citizenship, of diplomacy, of knowledge diplomacy, and really includes already the ECR component and the eventual impact then in the established researchers. I think we must be clear that there must be equal expectations from all members, and not all members play a strong enough role. And we are very pleased about having